Good morning again. Here today, I'm going to kind of get away from the toy soldiers for a few minutes and introduce you to some new friends of mine. Actually, they're old friends. This first guy you probably recognize, that's HopAlong Cassidy. Now, Hoppy was always one of my favorites when I was growing up. And over in Cambridge, Ohio, which is about 25 miles from where I live, there was a Hoppy museum. They had a fire there, and when the firemen came to fight the fire, they asked the lady that owned the stuff, which Hoppy items do you want us to pick out? And there was a 6-foot tall HopAlong Cassidy figure that was the number one thing they wanted to pull out, and they pulled it out. But as fortune would be on her side, everything from the collection was saved. Well, later on she had an auction, and I went over to the auction to buy this HopAlong Cassidy figure, and these two partners, California and Lucky. And I knew they were in the auction. I went over to buy those particular figures. Well, later on, after I bought them and came home, I read an article that there were only one set of these known to exist. Well, I got news for you. There's at least two. This is the second set because it's not the same one that was in the picture. So oftentimes what you read may not be entirely true, but I'm quite pleased to have these. At the auction, the big HopAlong Cassidy figure sold, and he looked something like this, only he was about 6 foot tall. And that HopAlong Cassidy figure was going to be, whatever it brought was going to be donated to the fire department for saving all these things. So when it came up for sale, the top bid on it was $2,400, and the lady that was the owner said, "I can't let it go for that." And the guy that was bidding said, "What will it take to buy it?" She said $6,000. He said, "Done, sold." So he bought the big HopAlong Cassidy, which was the same as this one, only 6 feet tall. Now this one's about 2 feet tall, and I was lucky. I bought this. I wasn't this lucky, but I was lucky. I bought this figure earlier in the sale, and I think I got it for $70. And I was quite pleased with that. I hadn't intended to buy it when I went over, but I liked it, so I bought it. And then later on, the big one came up, and it sold for $6,000. If I would have gone and waited, and this is sold later in the sale, I'm sure I would never have gotten it. So I was quite pleased with that. I have one more little thing. This is a bank that my grandson got for me, a HopAlong Cassidy bank.